Welcome to my fish room. They did a pretty good job of opening the pond. The waterfalls were kind of slid. I don't think it's that old. This doesn't look good. These rocks are heavy.
Probably making this very, very boring.
Well, say something funny, Aaron. You want to tell them a story about your search for the car? Well, first we had Howard's car, and that was Mazda 626 94.
Yeah, the one I'm getting is only 5 years old.
What do you mean?
It's a 99. It's a
I thought it was a 2000.
No, the Acura was a 2000.
Oh, the Acura was a 2000? So we looked at the Mazda 626, and he wanted
First 1800, then 13.
1800, then 13, then 12, then 11.
Then if you could get him down to 1, you'd say okay, but then you called the mechanic and he said it's worth $200 scrap. So
Yeah.
then you got talking to Rick.
Say it louder.
Huh?
Well, you gotta be louder so they can hear you.
Then you got talking to Rick the next day at the funeral home, and he took you over to the dealership in front of the funeral home.
And we were looking at
No, you weren't looking at anything. You looked at the neon, and I said hell no, or heck no. And
yeah,
then,
Aaron, I don't let other people curse on the videos. Why would I let you?
not cursing.
Hell is
It's
cursing.
in the Bible.
The Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah is in the Bible too. Are you saying that's a good idea?
I don't know what that is.
King of Sodom, I want the flesh, you gotta have it, gotta love it to death. What song's that?
I have no idea.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
And then, when I went there, I found the Impala, and in the Impala...
Yeah, but the other one was like $900.
The neon was
Falling apart.
something that I wouldn't be proud of. You know, I'd point in the general direction of it, but not say that was mine.
Well, you park around the corner.
No. I mean, I want...
You park around the corner so nobody sees you drive it. It's
and
like
then when people are like, yeah, can I have a ride?
It's like a tricycle.
No.
A lot of fun to ride, but you don't want your buddies to see you doing it.
found the Impala. And Dad said okay, but only if the mechanic could look, Sandra could look at it. And then he said no.
No, first he said he was going to get their mechanics to look at it, and that was fine by me. And then he told me that they couldn't look at it. And I said, well, I need to get my mechanic to look at it. And he said, yeah, that'll be great. And then he phoned me back and said that my mechanic couldn't look at it. So when a person changes his story, and he's selling used cars.
So then the same day, he called us up and said no, and then a few hours later, Tony called you.
No, I thought Mike took you to the dealer.
No, we found that one after.
Oh, okay.
Mike was so adamant not to get the when Tony said. So
okay,
then,
so Tony, the guy that hasn't paid us. Hey, look, Aaron.
what? Worms?
A whole cluster of them. Cluster of baby worms.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta rescue them.
Why? Aren't you gonna toss the mud over there anyways? They would probably like it in the slums.
Yeah. See, the world needs more worms. Do you know where these worms came from?
No.
Are they native to Canada?
No.
Are there any worms native to Ontario?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, then how come you know that there's no worms native to Ontario?
Because the nature of your question generally is the answer that makes less sense.
You've caught on to my questioning style? It only took you 19 years?
I've caught on longer than that.
I'm so proud. My boy, in 19 years, figured out his father.
Figured it out for a while, huh?
Can you explain my son to me?
Yeah, he's just like me. Anyway. So then you were talking to Tony and he had...
No, why are there no earthworms native to Ontario?
Why did you switch stories? Tell that one later.
Yeah, but people are going to want to know the answer to this one.
Tell that one later. Well, then say the answer.
Because
Clearly I
the
don't know.
glaciers. The glaciers came rolling across Ontario and smushed everything down. Like, the land is still rising from the old glacier, the weight coming off of it. Okay, so back to the car story.
Well, you have to tell that part because I don't know.
Okay, so I was talking to Tony because he gave me 3 post-dated checks, and the first one we took to the bank on the day that it was available, and we gave it to the bank, and they lost it. Like, how can they lose the most important check? That I don't know, but they don't know where it is. So then we took the next one to the bank when it was due, and they came back and they refused the check. He had changed the date without initialing it, and when I went to his bank, they told me, oh yeah, there's no money in it either. So I called Tony, where's my money? And he's like, oh brother, if I had it, I'd give it to you. Well, pay me. My kid needs a car. Well, I got a car, I can sell you. So there's a little clip that will show you Tony calling. So he's got a car, and it's Acura Integra, and he wants $3,000 for it. So I said, okay, well, I'll think about it. So then I was talking to him the next day, and I said, so in other words, then we'll take that off your bill. Oh, no, you got to give me the money. I need the money, man. Well, no, I'm not going to give him money and he owes me money. That's insane. So now he says he's going to pay me for sure by September. But he lied to me every other time, so we don't believe him.
And then you called us about it, and Mike said, no.
Well, no, Mike doesn't like Acura.
No, he hates them, thinks that they're terrible cars. And then, so...
Maybe one of them did him wrong. Did Acura ever be mean to Mike?
So he says that everyone he's ever known who owned one hated it.
Well, everybody that we know has them trying to sell them. Mind you, after 10 years.
And then, so then I guess Mike asked you if he could help look for a car.
Yeah, Mike said, would it be okay if he helped you look for a car?
And you okayed that. So then on the way home, went to the car dealership.
Mike's eager for you to have a car.
Extremely, I don't know why.
Maybe he wants to live vicariously through you having a car?